Criminal charges have been officially thrown out against former Michigan Governor Rick Snyder for his role in covering up the Flint water crisis. Quick reminder of what the Flint water crisis is. The governor said, we're going to change a water source because we have lead in our pipes and we have to fix some stuff. Put it into Flint River, and what ended up happening is it's contaminated, not with lead, it's contaminated with just a dozen toxins that affect the health of human beings. And it's causing Legionella was one of them. Yeah. But aside from that, it wasn't just heavy metals. It was bacteria toxins. It was viral toxins, and people are drinking this every day because they did nothing to purify the water. They just said, drink this. It was brown, it smelled bad, but they were telling the public, it's no problem, go ahead and drink it.
Right, and their own, research at the top of the state with Rick Snyder's office showed this is dangerous. People are going to get hurt from this. And that's where all, of course, the liability comes in. I don't have to tell you that. You understand that better than anybody. So what's happened now is he is now, the 8th individual who had been criminally charged. We thought maybe we're going to get some accountability. And then they come back and say, well, because of the one-person grand jury fiasco.
Well, explain that. That is what they're hanging everything on, which is ridiculous. There are, talk about the one person. First of all, they don't need a grand jury to indict. You don't need a grand jury to indict. But talk about that.
Yeah, what had happened was that the lead state prosecutor on this, instead of impaneling a grand jury, instead of just doing an investigation and issuing charges, used a single judge. And the judge oversaw everything. And the reason for that was because they were investigating state officials. That is high caliber stuff here. They had to make sure that stuff wasn't going to be leaked because they didn't want these people to delete evidence or anything like that. So they put the judge in. The judge oversees it all. State Supreme Court this summer says, oh, nope, that's a one-man grand jury. Yeah. Totally illegal, so all of it's false.
Here's the connection. Councilman connected politically to the supervisor. Supervisor connected politically to the judge. Judge connected politically to the governor. It's just a cesspool. It's an absolute cesspool that was actually worse than the water in Flint River there. But the truth is, these people, there's not going to be anybody responsible for not, and people are still dying from it. You understand? Yeah. Some of these illnesses are long-term illnesses. They're latent defect illnesses. And so there's nobody that's ever going to pay for that. And these people the money that they put on the table was almost meaningless.
Right.
And these people are going to walk, and it's going to be business as usual.
Well, and the real issue here, too, is not just that the charges got dropped, because you could bring the charges again. The problem is now...
They won't.
Yeah, they won't, and they almost can't. They're almost out of time because that 6-year statute of limitations, everybody's going to walk. They covered up the disease. They covered up death.
Yeah.
They all got away with it. Yeah. They get their happy ending.
Exactly.